Congruence of triangle. Through this video, I will explain the concept of congruence in mathematics. Through this video, you can understand congruent figures, congruent triangle, and different criteria for congruence of triangle. So first we will see the definition or explanation of congruence. Congruence, the object having same shape and size, are called congruent. The symbol of congruence is this. That is, this is called as congruent 2. So any two objects, if they are in the same shape and they are having the same size, then they are called as congruent figures. Here for example, you can see two coins of same denomination. These two coins have same shape, that is circular shape, and same size. So these two coins are congruent. Similarly, if you take two toys made of same mold, or if you take out two biscuits from the same packet, then they are also congruent figures. In another way, we can say congruence if we superpose one figure over the other and they fit into each other, then they must be congruent shape. They must have same shape and same size. So in this figure also you can see two congruent triangle, and these shapes, they are also congruent. Now you can see the congruence of plane figures. First one, congruence of line segment. To check whether the line segment are congruent or not, we can superpose one line segment over the other, and if they completely cover each other, then they must be congruent. Or you can say two line segments are congruent if they have equal length, and if two line segments have equal length, then they must be congruent. So in case of a line segment, if they have equal length, then they must be congruent. And another one is congruence of angle. Two angles of same measurement are congruent. Here you can see two angles, angle AOB and angle PQR. They are 60 degree each. Here angle O is 60 degree, here angle Q also 60 degree. So these two angles are of same measurement, so they are congruent. You can write as angle AOB is congruent to angle PQR. And in converse also you can write, if two angles are congruent, then their measurement must be same. And suppose if these two angles are congruent, that means that they must have same measurement. Now we will look some more examples. Congruent figures, congruent plane figures. Two plane figures are said to be congruent if each superpose on the other, that is cover each other completely. Here superpose means the one figure cover the other figure completely. Here some figures are given. First one, we can leave two leaves of the same branch, L1 and L2. These two leaves, they are the same shape and size, so they are congruent. And here two square with same side, or length of the side is same, so they are also congruent. Here you can denote it by S1 and S2. They are two square, they are also congruent. Next one, two circle with same radii. Here R1, here radius also R1. So here these two circles are congruent because they have same radius. So remember, two circles having same radii, that they are congruent. If they are not having same radius, then they are not congruent. So through this figure you can understand the concept of congruence. It's simply, the congruence means Two figures having same size and shape. Similarly, you can say two rectangles are congruent if they have same length and breadth, or two rhombus are also congruent, you can say, if they have same side. Now we will move to congruence of triangle. First we will see what is meant by congruent triangle. If all the sides and angles of a triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angle of another triangle, then both the triangle are said to be congruent. That means if two triangles are congruent, then all the sides of one triangle must be equal to the corresponding sides of another triangle. And secondly, all the angles of one triangle must be equal to corresponding angles of another triangle. And third, all the vertices of one triangle must be corresponding to the vertices of another triangle. So here you can look at these two triangles. One is triangle ABC, second one triangle FDE, or you can say DEF. In these two triangles, it is given AB equal to FD. That means AB and FD are equal in length, and BC equal to DE. They are of same length, and AC equal to FE. They are also same length. And the angle A equal to angle F. So angle B equal to angle D and angle C equal to angle E. If all the sides are equal and also all the angles are equal, then these two triangles should be congruent. Here you can write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FDE. Listen, using the symbol you can write like this: triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FDE. Then we can write the corresponding vertices. Here the vertex A is corresponding to vertex F of second triangle. Here the first triangle is triangle ABC, second triangle is triangle FDE. And then consider the angle. Angle A is corresponding to angle F. Angle B is corresponding to angle D. Angle C is corresponding to angle E. This is the symbol, it denotes corresponding to. And the sides, if we consider AB is corresponding to FD, that will take care. Side AB is corresponding to FD, that means AB and FD are equal. And side BC is corresponding to DE. So we write BC equal to DE. And AC corresponding to FE. So that you can write AC equal to FE. So this order is important. Therefore, here triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FDE. Look at this order. First one ABC and second triangle FDE. And you cannot write triangle ABC is congruent to DEF. Triangle ABC is not congruent to DEF because AB and DE are not corresponding sides. So this is right. So you have to understand what is meaning by, what is the meaning of congruence of triangle. And here you can see the angles and sides are corresponding to each other. And these are called the corresponding part of congruent triangle. That means in two triangles are congruent, then the angles and sides are equal. There are three angles and three sides. They are known as corresponding part of congruent triangle. While solving the question, we will write as CPCT. CPCT means corresponding part of congruent triangle. Now we will move to the next topic. Different criteria for congruence of triangle. For checking the congruence, we can use different criteria. First one, SSS criteria for congruence or SSS congruence condition. If the three sides of one triangle are equal to three corresponding sides of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. So for example, you can look at these two triangles. First one triangle ABC, second one triangle DEF. Here you can see AB equal to 7 centimeter and DE also 7 centimeter. So we can write AB equal to DE equal to 7 centimeter. And second, BC equal to 5 and EF is 5. That is BC equal to EF equal to 5 centimeter. Third one, AC equal to DF equal to 9 centimeter. So you can see these two triangles, the corresponding sides are equal. That is AB corresponding to DE, BC corresponding to EF and AC corresponding to DF. So by SSS criterion of congruence or SSS congruence criteria, we can write the two triangles are congruent. That means triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. So this is a first criteria for checking the congruence of triangle. Here it is known as SSS criteria. That means side, side, side. We are checking all the three sides of a triangle. Now the second criteria, that is known as SAS criteria for congruence of triangle. So SAS criteria, it is given as if two sides and angle included between them of a triangle are equal, the two corresponding sides and the angle included between them of another triangle, then the triangle are congruent. So here SAS criteria. Here S means side, A means angle and again S means side. So side, angle, side criteria. So here in two triangle we are checking two sides and included angle. So I will explain what is included angle. Here in this figure you can see triangle ABC, and AB and BC are two arms, and this angle I have shown here, that is the angle between the side AB and BC. So angle ABC is the angle included between AB and BC. Similarly, in the figure DEF, in triangle DEF, angle E is the included angle between DE and EF. So you have to understand it clearly what is meant by included angle. So in SAS criteria we can take any two sides and the corresponding included angle. So I repeat here, if two sides and angle included between them of a triangle are equal to two corresponding side and the angle included between them of another triangle, then the triangle are congruent. So here AB equal to DE and BC equal to EF, and the angle ABC equal to angle DEF. So here two sides and included angle, so that you can write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by SAS congruence criteria. This is the second condition of congruence of triangle. Now look at the third criteria, that is known as ASA criteria for congruency or ASA congruence condition. So here you can write, if two angles at the included side of a triangle are equal to two corresponding angles and the included side of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. That means ASA congruence criteria. Here we are considering two angle and included side. So again here coming the term included side. So first to understand what is included side. So in the figure here, triangle PQR and triangle STU. In PQR, two angles are given, angle Q and angle R. And the side QR is included between these two angles Q and R. So side QR is known as the angle, the side included between the angle Q and angle R. And in triangle STU, here also the side TU is included between the angle T and angle U. So write this criteria here ASA. Here angle Q equal to angle T, angle R equal to angle U, and the side SR equal to side TU. So that you can write triangle PQR is congruent to triangle STU. This is known as ASA criteria for congruence. So here we will check two angles and included side. Now next criteria of congruence, that is RHS congruence condition. RHS criteria: if the hypotenuse and one side of a right angle triangle are respectively equal to the hypotenuse and one side of another right angle triangle, then the triangle are congruent. So here we are given two triangle PQR and triangle STU. One important thing is here, the two given triangle are right angle triangle. So the RHS criteria for congruency or RHS congruence condition is only used for right angle triangle. Other triangle it is not applicable. So here if the hypotenuse, so one example you see first, here you consider triangle PQR. In PQR angle Q is 90 degrees. So here PR is known as hypotenuse. In any triangle, the side opposite to the angle 90 degree, that is known as hypotenuse. If in a triangle one of the angle is 90 degree, it is known as right angle triangle. So in a right angle triangle, the side opposite to the right angle, that is known as hypotenuse. So here PR is the hypotenuse and second triangle STU, SU is the hypotenuse. So in this criteria the hypotenuse should be equal. First you check the hypotenuse of the triangle PR and SU. So here they are equal and one of the side, here you can take either PQ or QR. So here it is given PQ equal to ST and one of the angle, and the right angle. So here Q is 90 degree and angle T also 90 degree. So in two right triangle you have to check these three conditions. First one hypotenuse and second any one of the other two sides and right angle, given right angle. So here you can write in triangle PQR and triangle STU, PQ equal to ST and hypotenuse PR equal to hypotenuse SU and angle Q equal to angle T equal to 90 degree. So by RHS congruence condition we can write triangle PQR is congruent to triangle STU. So this is the RHS criteria for congruence of triangle. I repeat the statement: if the hypotenuse and one side of a right angle triangle are respectively equal to the hypotenuse and one side of another right angle triangle, then the triangles are congruent. So these are the congruence condition we are studying in class 7 mathematics. So we can summarize these criteria. Criteria for congruence of two triangle are: the first criteria is SSS, congruence rule, that is side, side, side. Second criteria SAS, side, angle, side. And third one ASA, angle side angle. And fourth one RHS congruence rule. And the fourth condition is for right angle triangle. And second and third, you have to take care. In second condition, SAS, here angle should be included between the given two sides. And the third one ASA, in third condition, the given side, the side should be included between the given two angle. Then only we can use these two criteria of congruence. So in this video, I hope you understand the concept of congruence of triangle. And thank you for watching this video.